So, Pierce the Sky and Desert Journey is our first set of songs.
Is it Pierce the Sky Expert or Challenge, do we know? I think it was above. Was it?
Should be.
I think it was the Expert. I think it was on the 14 low. One of my favorite 14s.
You know, funny enough, I didn't know it for the longest time.
Oh, really?
I didn't learn it until Ace era.
Really? Oh, it's been one of mine for a long time. I didn't play much between, well, actually any between Extreme and DDR, but I kept up with plenty of songs. It was one of the ones that I just stumbled upon and loved. Looks like they're going to do a warm-up here. Cosmic Hurricane. Wow, hey, we got Cube still. Cube, that's the Cube on the right. Malkier again on the left. Doing basics for a warm-up, that's interesting. I'm not sure if it's more about conserving energy or dialing in the MA.
I have a feeling the latter.
Probably.
Let's go!
Again, this is just a warm-up.
Malkier did that last warm-up and he got one perfect.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, nothing like going for MFCs to warm you up.
It gets you in a kind of a good mental position, right? Like you gets you in the flow. And when you're playing on a new machine, although Malkier has been playing several hours now, it's still good to adjust because no matter what, every machine just feels different.
Yep. And then even then, it could have been side difference.
It could have, yeah.
Again.
Doesn't help when things are synced all over the place, so that you know, honestly, that's a big part of the game anyway. So, cute, killing the warm up. Had an SDP on it anyways. Looks like you might miss that mark here, but it's all about getting your legs loose.
Does the sync on this one shift like when like in the middle? Like I know it starts a little early, but it feels like it gets a little early.
I think it does, yeah. I'm not sure if the stop is a little off or not, but it does feel earlier in the end. What floor is this? I believe. Got a massive 800-point expert basic win on the warm-up there. Song 1, Pierce the Sky, expert 14. Wow, 10 perfect. Nearly an SDP, that's really good. From Malkier and 27 from Cube. Not a ton of gimmicks in this, but both players familiar with the Cube are.
This seems like a potential one that if the Cube hasn't played it in a very long time could get a very massive CPU.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
I think I'm going to expect within 5 to 10 minutes.
Yep. I agree. Doing all the turns. Malkier here. One ES difference here. Make or break, I think.
I agree. Picking up break.
Couple race from Q.
Ooh, and a miss.
Going to cost him his lead, although he's still only down 2EX. A few more non-combos there. Tricky little skips.
Yep. And based on how things are going right now, this could matter.
Yeah.
Well, the Malkier is just kind of comboing through like no issues, so able to keep that one.
21EX. 21EX win on song 1.
How much did those misses affect? Wouldn't have mattered.
That was, yeah. Very similar MA.
Yeah, very close overall.
Great picked up right at the end, yeah. And that's what it's been like most of these matches. The MA, you know, there's been differences in rates and misses, but the MA has been very, very terrible in almost every song. Next, they have Desert Journey, Challenge 15, 37 PFC to 34.
So it should be
very similar, yeah. This is a easier 15. It's definitely one of the easier shock arrow charts. So a little more approachable.
Pool
Next one, I believe. So we are in pool 15 now. Sorry for the.
which is, I guess, level 8.
I am not sure.
Actually, no. I guess the level is the level, so technically 15 is 15.
Okay. Yeah. This should be another one that's close. Shock arrows are really punishing if you hit them, so.
I'm very curious if tournament nerves are going to get to either of those. They end up picking up a few that they normally wouldn't have.
Yeah. Big tournament risk.
Tear it up, y'all.
Pretty low no count song too, so punish extra hard for mistakes.
And if I remember correctly, it's pretty late as well.
Yeah.
Is this one of those charts that if you're stepping on the middle panel as like an arrow for the shocks, that it'll just float completely?
Yeah, for the most part. I think there's a few instances where it's a little awkward, but I think that this was written to work like that. And that's because we were talking about the lead loss from the shock.
Which they were tied for that point. Keeping it close.
2EX.
If I remember correctly, the hardest was the shocks.
Yeah. Crossovers here, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
Still single-digit difference here. Keep trying to make up for the shock. Picks up a break. Malkier has really just dialed it in.
For real. Keeping it tight the whole time.
Not giving any chance to come back. Malkier takes it close, 15EX. Really competitive. Continuing their dominance. Again, moved up 2 pools.
That would have been a, that is an EX PB.
What? Yeah, you're right. Yeah. What, 37, I think, was their PB?
Yeah,
so.
like 26 in a grade.
Yeah.
Oh, if they PFC'd it, that would have.
That's not the first time that's happened, just in the matches I've seen of them.
I'm not as familiar with Marten, but I just know they have crazy scores.
Yeah, I don't believe I've ever spoken with Marten, but I've seen plenty of him online and plenty of scores, and they are indeed very good. Tiza getting back into playing again. Just love to see that. Everyone's kind of coming home, you know?
Yeah, every new release, it feels like it just brings back the old school players.
Yep. Yeah, people just never really move on from DDR. Now, I believe they, again, I'm sorry, we don't have the card to confirm, but I believe that this is just a warm-up. With it being a 13, I'd say that's confirmed. Or not being a 13, picking it as a 13.
Have you played A3 enough to have a display timing set?
I have not played DDR since Last Mistake on the Label.
Literally.
So, yeah,
Okay.
not a song. So, I've spent the last couple weeks studying songs to try to get ready for this. There's like a period of charts I've missed from the end of A20, I think, where I've studied most of the A3 stuff, but no, I haven't played it. Have you? No. I want to very badly. I just don't have great machine access. Again, this is a warm-up, I believe.
Yes.
I don't think 13s are in the pool. Yeah.
It's 14 to 16.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I guess for the past year, I've mostly just been an integrated player.
Yeah, and you have been watching. Never understand how you can get so good at it. So players, I think, just trying to dial in MA on this one. There's nothing tricky on this warm-up. I'm guessing it's probably the first song these guys have played on this cab.
I think this is a really good random song to pick for warm-up too, because it has a little bit of everything and it's a bit thrifty as well. So really honing in your DDR skill sets.
Exactly right. Iconic song.
Surprised it wasn't on Zephyr's draw.
Yeah, I know. A missed opportunity there. Yeah, if this warm-up is any indication of how the match will go, we've got some close ones coming up. Very evenly matched timing here.
And that's how you know a tournament seeding is really well. Like,
Exactly.
all these matches just so close together.
Waterfall works very well. I like that that's become the prevailing, at least for the ODDR ramp.
I take a lot of what Renatalis does and try and adapt it down to them as well.
Song draws here.
New Decade difficult. And Boss Rush difficult.
Oh, seeing some of the DSP charts. I'm a big fan of those. New Decade is maybe my favorite 14. It's very easy to time until the end. It's just the part that really screws with most players.
Yeah, I
scores.
haven't seen the DSP, so I'm very interested to see what the end does.
It's one of those songs where you would be very likely to MFC it until the end. It just feels perfect. And then the ending has, you know, where they've dialed down the rhythms. It's just kind of like
It's
these
one of
tricky
those
gallops that don't really go, you know, they just try to make it work.
It's like that Guitar Hero syndrome where the less notes make it more difficult.
Exactly. Especially compared to the rest of the song. This is definitely an MA battle. Their PBs seem very similar. 25 to 29. Epitome of the song where it all comes down to the end. 70X leads, but disappears in a second.
Oh, the end of that.
Very close, but Marten takes it by 4.
4. Wow.
Oh, they both. Wow, 27 beats his PBMA, but just a little bit better EX score than Tiza can get. Next we have another ESP 14 Boss Rush with, again, similar PBs.
If I'm right, this one has a lot of jacks.
It does. It has that big slowdown in the beginning of it. Very dense. Not otherwise too tricky after that, but a lot of notes. The long song. If I remember right, when it was added, it was one of the longer songs in the game at the time.
It's like top 3.
I might be totally making that up, but I'm pretty sure that's true. It definitely feels like it just keeps going and going. But again, 4 perfect difference on the PB is exactly what you want to see going into these matches. Oh, yeah. Neither player having much of an advantage with their song picks. Tiza can claw back here.
Tiza taking a couple notes to get adjusted to the sync on this one.
Slow down Jack. Hard not to rush him.
Yeah, three sets into a jump into another 3 set.
Yeah. Pretty brutally charting. Players handling it well though, as expected.
As expected, this is another very close battle right now. So we're within 3 of each other.
Yeah. 3 EX coming out of the slowdown. A lot of song left though. More straightforward.
Anything they're picking up at these cards is really like crucial.
Yes, it is. Marten trying really hard to build cushion. Right there.
Tiza also just looking right at it. Marten's slightly closer right now.
Turns all over the place. Marten doing all the turns. That always impresses me.
Doing all the turns while keeping up that man.
Yeah, it's not easy to do. Got this awkward ending, if I remember right.
Yeah, those step jumps get a little tricky.
Yeah. Marten takes it. That's a tricky 14. It really is.
Congrats to
Marten
Marten.
takes the match 2-0. But very close song. Let's see. Next we have Marten playing again for PQQP.
Step this way. Ooh, possession 20th difficult. Okay, that should be a good set.
Continuing the DSP trend.
You know, I'm seeing DSP picks out of people I wouldn't normally have expected it from.
Yeah, it's funny. I think that a lot of it has just from where Live 4 is caught on so much. There's, I think, a lot of just broader chart knowledge than there used to be. And it always blows my mind now that everyone just knows all the songs. And there, with how many gimmicks there are, it's kind of incredible, the level of knowledge shared universally by everyone at this level. Step This Way is a newer one. I can't remember if it is, I think it's A3.
I think it...
Or maybe late A20. I could be wrong.
Either way, it'll be the first time I see it.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the jacket. I know I've watched it, but I'm getting confused. They're starting right from the match here. No warm-up again, of course, where they both played a match. 19. A pretty strong PSC from Marten. 31 from PQ. A great remix of Possession.
Oh, absolutely.
As long as you don't play the challenge. No one wants to play that. Here we go. Possession just feels so good to dial in on. Those quarter notes just the most comfortable thing.
All versions of Possession pretty easy to MA in some capacity.
This one is much more gimmicky, tricky than the original Possession, but still fairly easy to MA. Early lead by Marten. Only down 1 on his 2D. Both notes gimmick.
Very tight for these 12 notes.
Not as scary when they're not jumps.
Right?
Still pretty close though. Cube's not going away at all. But Marten still holding the PS3.
Yeah, Marten not willing to give up 3 perfects anywhere, really.
No. Running out of song left here.
Nothing in this song saving.
No. Down 4 on his PB. That is rarely, that's at 23, very consistent. Yeah, that's hard to do. That's kind of been the name of the game for him so far, though, is that he gets these leads and his MA is just so good that you never have a chance to catch back up. Oh, yeah, okay, I was thinking with a jacket.
Yeah, I have no idea what this one's like.
There are so many, I mean, I guess this maybe doesn't technically count as new anymore. I saw Fast Boy say A20 plus full sleeve, but it feels like new for me. I love this jacket. We have neither player with a PFC. It's like 1 great from Cube, a couple from Marten. So hard to get a read on their comfortability in MA on this, but I would imagine similar.
Thank you, chat. We did not get this on Mutual plus White Cat, so it came over to us today.
That makes sense then. That's why it feels newer, I think.
I'm assuming this is going to have 16 crossovers, jumps.
Probably. I'm trying to remember exactly how it goes. So many new songs, it takes me a couple arrows to remember, but it's this one.
I feel that.
Cute. Trying to even the match.
Right now, I'm getting faster and more vibes.
Yes.
very much welcome you playing on mine.
Just another example here. Marten getting an early lead and just not really selling. 16 crossovers we were talking about.
Ooh. Straight out of, I'm so happy right there.
Yep. A whole lot of different rhythms here, but no trouble for the players nailing them. Marten up on PB.
I'm not sure if you noticed this, but Marten straight up just double stepped one of the 16 crossovers in footwork and still got it.
Gosh. I did not. That's crazy. Pretty bad. Getting caught up a little bit on it, but still up on his PB and a very solid,
Marten
win. He is crushing. 35 is not easy to get in a tournament on a 16, especially when you haven't played a lot, and especially when you have a PB.
Chaos Challenge. Ooh, a PARANOiA Respect. This is going to be a good one.
It is. PARANOiA Respect was in the last pool. I'm trying to remember if Malkier was in the match it was played. I can't remember, but yeah, we got one song that's all about memorization. Both Supernova songs, right? Original Supernova, I believe. Lost songs.
Although Chaos didn't get its challenge chart, still Supernova 2, right?
Really? I'm not sure.
No, sorry.
Void of knowledge there.
It was available, I think, Supernova Japan because of EMU, but we didn't get the unlock for it over here.
Story that just keeps happening. Pretty similar PBs. Both players with mid to low AAAs on this, so familiar with most of the gimmicks.
Definitely easy to get a great good at one of the various stops in this song.
Hardest part, I think, is right here. It's just such an awkward time. They both got it, though. Got a bracket here if you want it. I think it's the only bracket I've ever done.
I think Malkier opted to do the jump.
That's an awkward pattern to not bracket. Tiza with an early lead. Both players look like they're familiar with the rhythms, but not comfortable. Or I take that back. Tiza looks like he's a little more comfortable with this.
Tiza's got the go stepping in between.
Tiza's, this is from Tiza's card, so it would make sense. Couple misses there, but he's still got a lead. Although that cuts it down.
I think that was due to incorrect waist stepping.
Yeah. With all the awkward rhythms, you almost have to go step, but easy to trick yourself up.
Yeah, because there's one of those stops in that section that comes in like the half of the rest.
And the crossover run here at the end. Ooh, and Tiza takes it by 8. What a close match.
Got really nervous with the two misses at the end.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, just held it together. A little bit better chart knowledge. Carried him through the non-combos. So it was Malkier he played this before. I remember commenting on the perfect, the PFC. Tiza looks like he's got probably one.
Knowing Tiza, he knows the chart very well just because of how old he is.
Definitely. Another just classic. Imagine this will be pretty close too. I feel like I've said that before every song, but that's it's been through every song. So
I'm gonna have a take here that I think it's it's going to come down to the first half of the song, not the second half.
Yeah, who gets comfy, and a lot of it is mental. You know, like speaking personally, if I do badly in the beginning and I get upset with myself, I start doing the classic DDR head shake, and then it just goes downhill from there.
Nothing is more demoralizing than getting like a perfect on the first step of the song.
Yep.
You know every step counts.
Or just stringing together a couple and not really feeling like you were on, and you kind of had that moment of panic of like, why did that happen? All right, a quick start to the song, very crossover heavy. We just saw this a little bit ago. This is starting out strong this time.
I think it's actually probably in his favor that it comes a little late. I've noticed he's been getting late on average today.
It does work out well for him. So Malkier, he lobbed right back.
Yeah, just keeping it super close. Honestly, there's so many random crossovers and bursts that you can just pick up like a full string of perfects. This could swing back and forth at every second.
Yeah, you have to focus every second of the song.
Do you double step these crossovers coming up, or do you actually do that?
I double step these, yep. Slowing up it's manageable without losing marbles usually. Malkier, both of them are doing the crossover. That's probably more common. It is tied.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's what we were talking about.
That's it, yeah. The cushion going into the runs is big. Got about 10x lead on Tiza's side here. Here we go.
Very clean on both.
Very clean.
The entirety so far.
Couple goods from Malkier. He's got similar performance. Tiza takes it by 11.
Wow. Incredible.
That is awesome. Yeah, that's 11 EX. I mean, most of these songs have been right in that range. So Malkier again has moved up from 2 pools. I'm not sure if they dropped a single song through those pools. So starting to meet some stiff competition here in pool 15. We have Chaos Terror-Tech Expert and Pierce the Sky Expert. So we're starting to see some familiar ones again. We just saw Pierce the Sky earlier, and Chaos Terror-Tech in the last pool.
Can people pick more from someone's card the same song?
I think so, yeah. So I guess 2 different people have picked it. I think they maybe both are. Yeah, I think that's how it worked out. It's on 2 different cards for sure. Another Chaos rendition here. We've got previously a 16, re-rated to a 15. I think it's probably appropriate. It was one of the easier 16s.
Trying to think what would be comparable to it. The rating that's still a 16. Like the Life is Beautiful.
Yeah, it's tricky with the gimmicks because it's not so hard to execute.
Yeah, like from a physicality, it's not great, not super brilliant.
Another one that just has a brutal challenge chart.
Yes.
One of the hardest I've seen. God, I can't believe this has got a AAA on that. I'm impressed with that.
Yeah. Wow.
Tiza has the PSC, the Cube, maybe 3 greats. Cube really wanted to take this one. I've noticed Cube starts almost every song with either a white combo or like 1 perfect for 100 notes.
Yep. think just raw time is always great.
It's always been fantastic. X lead, still has the PFC.
The immediate commentator's curse.
Yeah, immediately erase that. Tiza up by 1 now.
That was such a swing.
Yeah, it
5
was.
seconds.
I apologize, Q.
Still respectable between both of them. 4EX difference. Once it gets back into the chorus of the song, like oop, yep,
yeah. Yeah, it gets a little more meaty here instead of gimmick heavy.
And it goes back into
Then it goes back into gimmick, yeah. Both players doing great. Tiza took the lead here. Oh, that's rough. I think Tiza still would have had it, even without the fumbles in the end, but it would have been very close. It was 2-3X. Here's the Sky again. Compliment again how awesome this song is.
both musically and as a player.
Yeah, it's just fantastic all around. Can't remember who played this in their match earlier.
It was Cute and
Malkier,
I think
yeah.
So Cute should have a slight advantage
I
here,
would
having
think so.
just played it.
I would think so. 17 PFC from Tiza is a little
That's
scary
awesome.
to see though. So, but familiarity plays a big part. This was a qualifier, if I remember correctly, for Infinity Stage, I think. So I have not played this since qualifying for that. I mean, I haven't hardly played since then, but I imagine it might be the similar situation for Tiza, where it's one of those songs that you grind years ago, get a score, and then you kind of don't need to revisit. So we'll see if he still remembers everything.
So if he's going to get that DDR, has that one or two parts that get you.
Yeah, or have those one or two parts.
Honestly, I think the first notes of the slowdown is the hardest part of the song.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that rushes up on you, and then coming out of the slowdown, you've got the tricky crossovers where you can either, do the crossovers or kind of skip around. If you do that, you kind of mess your footing up. That's definitely where the song gets harder. White combo with the crew, immediately ruined by me.
Still got one.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was for sure going away there. Tiza dialed in. Maybe to 100.
First NFT choke point for real.
Wow. That made it a third of the way through the song. 10EX lead now.
Oh, this beginning lead might be carried to the rest.
Yep, if they can both handle the slowdown. The Cube should remember it, just playing it. See, Tiza seems like he's remembered this. Oh yeah.
No issue.
Actually builds his lead up a little more there. Still holding on with PFC. Couple breaks, and it's tied just like that.
Oh, wow.
The Cube's got a lead. First lead of the song.
Yeah, I was just looking at EX for a second, and then everything changed. Was it the crossover, Dallas?
Yeah, it's just, well, Tiza got caught up a little bit on honestly, some of the easier eights, but Just, I don't know if he got in his own head on some of them or was expecting a different rhythm, but it wasn't really anything too tricky. But that's all it takes. The cube yelling, "I want a song."
W's or W's.
Yeah, hey, we take anything we can get. Winning a song, you know, a lot of the time you think of tournaments with, you know, like the March Madness kind of seeding, and where you kind of feel like a lot of times you kind of know who's going to win a match. But when you have these waterfall matches, you don't. So you're not really expected to win your waterfall, of course. You know, you're not really necessarily expected to even win a match. So every win is a big deal, for sure. I feel like this is going to pretty heavily come down to what random they get. I'm guessing Tiza has a little wider chart knowledge. Q probably has the inherent MA advantage.
They're the same era of players, so if something old comes up, that's going to be a crapshoot, I think.
Absolutely. Let's see what we got. They are playing AI Expert 16. It's one of the easiest 16s, at least generally considered to be.
The biggest choke point really just being the very, very end.
Yep. We have a TFC, Tiza 40. Couple breaks from Q. This is an A3 song, isn't it?
I was going to say, I thought it was at the end of A2.
It could be.
It could have been like a golden lead.
I've been wrong on every time I've tried to guess that. I've been wrong. So.
I just remember I was playing it on Golden Cap a while ago.
Oh, okay.
So maybe it was A3.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Kind of one of the new era. There's been a couple 16s that have been pretty manageable added recently, which I always like. I'd much rather have something be rated, I think, a little too high and be a little easier than the opposite. So I think it's a good motivation builder for players and things like that.
I think it's better that we're having more songs that feel like transitions.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Here we go, the tiebreaker. For the most part, nothing too tricky in this song. Different than the songs they just played, though.
The hardest part would be if you're 180 plus BPM,
Yep.
not quite there. Then this becomes a very challenging chart.
Yep. Run out of stamina midway through, it's really going to affect your day. Got an early lead from PQQP here. Really struggles with those jacks.
The lead is golden.
Yeah. Up to 12 now for PQ. Despite the good. And it's still growing. The 18. About halfway through the song.
Little flub there from the beat, but he's still keeping it.
So these players have played a couple matches, I imagine they're starting to get a little tired. But honestly, not really flipping too much. The cube up on his PG. The cube takes it. 23. That's pretty commanding. 26 perfect.
Wow.
It's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Okay.
I wonder, is he going to turn around and yell he won 2 songs? He should.
He won one match.
He won a match. There you go. Marten really sticking with the left side. We have Splash Gold Expert and IMANOGUILTS Challenge 15. So Splash Gold, kind of a notorious song. It definitely has boss song vibes. Really fun one. It's an even 300 BPM, so it's pretty easy to dial in on your timing there. But got crossover death runs in the end, similar to what we just saw with PARANOiA Respect. Hold on one moment. Looks like they are starting with Splash Gold here. Marten with a low AAA and a little bit higher one from Malkier. Both very similar scores though. Got a healthy mix of crossovers, runs, gimmicks. You've even got the timing really crumbles on this one when the slowdown hits. So it's got a little bit of everything. Synced very well in the first half though. Got a couple breaks picked up here. But only a 2x difference. Both players familiar with the gimmicks. Marten hugely up on his TV right now. 90x lead. Amazing MA by both players. And we got the crossover runs coming up. Marten's got a Lord's lead still. Up 71 EX. Up 71 EX on his PB. It's a pretty significant raise there from up from a 992 to a 997. So absolutely crushed that.
Is that song one?
Yeah, song one. Marten took it and was up 71 EX on his PB. So got IMANOGUILTS now. Got 38 TFC. Malkier.
This makes me wonder if Marten doesn't know one of the stocks quite as well as the others.
Yep, I think that could be the case. Seems definitely within his capability to PFC it. So having a couple greats might suggest some comfortability. I'm not sure if Marten has dropped a song yet. I don't think he has, so
I don't think so either.
Malkier trying to be the first to take one. Both players with the early break.
I feel like sometimes that first off just like catches you out.
It does. A really quick 16th run right in the beginning too is pretty fast for 15. Marten with the 5EX lead. Jump jack, always fun.
Crossover down.
Yeah. Also always fun.
I guess technically those are split.
Yeah, both. Malkier is taking the lead. UBX.
Yeah, no, Marten ended up picking up a lot of Sarah Ferguson.
Yeah, actually, maybe just not quite as familiar with the song. Still up on his PB though. Back ahead by 1.
Both players just crushing this.
Yeah, most of the mistakes were pretty early. Large lead for Marten here. Grinding like that.
Very nice from both. Oh, they both
Oh,
nail
they're
it.
tied.
No way.
Oh, that was close. Really close. Another huge PB improvement. Huge, almost got the BSC on it. Marten is just playing out of his mind today, honestly. Malkier as well. A huge run through this tournament.
What an incredible just series of matches.
With everyone being so close, it makes each pool just feel like a contained little tournament in itself.
Yes.
You get so invested in the players by the end of their few matches that you feel like you know them.
Wow, I just watched a whole like anime arc.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you've got redemption arcs, and you've got plot twists and comebacks, and hopefully no character deaths. Been missing those.
Death is just a padness.
Yeah, that finishes that pool, I believe.
Yes, that was a PB from Marten's part.
Yeah, both of his songs were PBs, yeah. The first one, a 992 to 997, and the other one was a 994 to a 998. Yeah, so significant bumps.